next 1 hour.
News360 Headlines is brought to you by
Flamingo Paint,
Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal.
EcoBank.
Health Facilities Regulatory Agency shuts down 18 out of a total of unlicensed health facilities in the Greater Accra region for various infractions.
And also coming up tonight, 2 nannies arrested for allegedly giving sleep-inducing drugs to their employer's 2-year-old twin sons and subjecting them to various abuses.
Black Stars of Ghana make Sunday's qualification to the 2026 World Cup easier with a 5-0 drubbing of Central African Republic.
Coming up in business news, Ghana signs 5th bilateral debt restructuring agreement with Spain to strengthen economic recovery efforts.
Another international front, Ethiopia accuses Eritrea of preparing for war as Red Sea tensions rise. We are live around the world on 3news.com, and we are streaming on Facebook as well. And we always love to hear from you, so do send your stories in.
The news now in detail, and 2 nannies have been arrested for allegedly giving sleep-inducing drugs to their employer's 2-year-old twin sons and subjecting them to various abuses, such as heating their hands in fire. They administered the medication to the toddlers to make them sleep for extended hours so they could attend to other house chores. Here's a report by Christian Yali.
One of the suspects, Francisca Boache, aged 30, is a student nurse from Konongo in the Ashanti region. Her accomplice, Harriet Ansa, aged 31, is from Jasikan in the Volta region. Both admitted to mixing the drugs in the children's food and calling them derogatory names over the past 8 months of working for their employer.
The businesswoman, a 40-year-old who is a complainant, reported to the police that she had observed unusual drowsiness and behavioral changes in her 2 sons during the month of September 2025. Now, subsequent inquiries revealed that the nannies had been administering a medication suspected to be used in their daily milk for the past 7 to 8 months. And they do this without the consent of the employer, that is the complainant. And this, they say, makes the children sleep for extended hours so they could attend to other house chores. Police investigations has further revealed that one of the accused persons, Harriet Ansa, who has administered to mixing the drugs or the suspected substance in the children's food, claims she inherited the practice from her colleague Francisca Boache. She also confessed to subjecting the children to other forms of abuse, including hitting their heads with fire and calling them derogatory names such as chimpanzee, amongst others.
A police search in the accused person's room led to the retrieval of the suspected substances used in the act.
All of these exhibits have been retained for forensic examination. Both accused persons have since been cautioned, charged with the appropriate offences, and have been remanded into police custody to reappear on the 20th of October 2025.
The Accra Regional Police Command, while condemning inhumane acts against children, has urged parents and guardians to remain vigilant in the supervision of domestic staff. Christian Yali, TV3 News.
Health authorities are calling for intensified public sensitization due to lack of enthusiasm by parents and guardians to embrace the HPV vaccination drive. In parts of Accra, some girls between the ages of 9 and 14 remain unvaccinated, not out of defiance, but due to lack of parental consent and misinformation. There is more in this report.
Meet Emilia, not a real name. One of several girls between the ages of 9 and 14 expected to receive the HPV vaccine in schools, part of the nationwide campaign against cervical cancer.
We are going to vaccinate you, which will protect you against cervical cancer. Let's say cervical cancer.
She tells me she's torn between two choices: to take the jab or follow her sister's advice against it, which contradicts what her mother told her.
My sister said I should not take it, but my parents said I should take it.
But do you wish you took the vaccine?
Yes.
Like Emilia, some other young girls say they do not have the permission of their parents or the consent of their guardians to take the vaccine.
Did you tell your parents about the vaccination?
Yes.
What did they say?
She said that she don't know where the vaccine comes from.
Say again?
She said that she don't know where it comes from. I said that, man, they said that we should come and take some medicine. She said that she don't know where the medicine comes from. So he said that I should stop.
They are just checking to protect us. My mother said I should go and vaccinate, but my father said I shouldn't. They gave us an information and she didn't sign it.
It's a letter of concern, like I mentioned. It says, I'm writing to seek your consent concerning the national vaccination campaign against the human papilloma virus, HPV, between the ages of 9 and 14 years. HPV infection is highly contagious and can lead to cervical cancer. The letter says, I believe it is crucial to keep you informed. Please sign to show your approval. Name of parents and then the signature of the parent. So you can clearly see that the name of the parent is still missing, and the signature of the parent is also missing. A clear indication of a parent who is not interested in letting her ward, take the jab.
They say even after explaining the importance of the vaccine to their parents, the response was still no.
Did you explain to her what the vaccine is for?
Yes.
What did you tell her?
She said that she don't understand it.
What did she say?
She said that she don't understand.
She don't understand what the vaccine is?
Yes. I want to take it, but when I take, she'll beat me.
Although some students were declined by their parents or guardians, the head teacher at the Kanda Eme Basic School says the number of pupils whose parents have given the go-ahead is encouraging.
We gave the consent forms to 69, but for what I'm seeing 43 who have brought it back. So I think
for the remaining number who did not bring their form back, have they told you a reason why?
Oh, they said their parents said no, they shouldn't take it, so we've allowed them.
Back to Emilia. After independently reflecting on her situation, she finally opted to receive the vaccine. She says she changed her mind because she wanted to do what her mother encouraged her to do.
She's saying that her sister said she should not take, but she wants to take it. Right now, we will give it to her.
It was painful.
It was painful, but now the pain has subsided.
Yes.
So it's better. Are you happy taking the vaccine?
Yes.
So what will you tell your sister?
I'll tell her that I've taken it.
But she said don't take it, you have taken it.
I'll follow my mother's instructions.
Greater Accra Regional Health Director Dr. Robert Amasia says while the permission of parents is always sought, the vaccination is ultimately for the child's benefit.
There is no need for consent for you to do something that is safe. We are urging the public to trust us that these vaccines are safe.
He adds that the Directorate will adopt new strategies to engage parents and girls who do not take the jab.
When they opt out, we will re-engage. We will continue with those that agree. And then our team will have time to engage those that say no. So I'm sure some people may misunderstand and resist. But when we identify them, we'll explain to them to understand the benefits of it.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health and allied partners have launched a nationwide campaign to vaccinate young girls against the human papilloma virus HPV, the leading cause of cervical cancer. The initiative aims to protect thousands of girls and secure a healthier future for women across Ghana.
The campaign targets girls aged between 9 and 14 years who are most at risk. The vaccine, which is being provided free of charge, will be administered primarily through schools and health centers across the country. Campaign launch chairperson Professor Smile Gisi urged parents and guardians to encourage their wards to be vaccinated. Health Minister Kwabena Mintah cannot describe the initiative as a milestone in Ghana's efforts to prevent cervical cancer.
This HPV vaccine is safe, it is effective, and Ghana is not the first country to administer HPV vaccine. And this vaccine has been approved by our FDA and WHO. I'm excited to tell you that HPV is preventable and we are ready to fight it.
UNICEF country representative Paulina Savilanti reaffirmed the organization's commitment to supporting Ghana in achieving universal immunization coverage.
This is a regional platform amplifying girls' voices and leadership to accelerate investments in their health, education, and empowerment. Ghana's leadership in advancing adolescent girls' health, now through the HPV rollout, exemplifies this commitment in action, translating promises into protection and advocacy into impact. We affirm our collective commitment to protect the health, dignity, and future of every girl in Ghana.
The Public Health Division Director General at the Ghana Health Service called on all stakeholders, teachers, parents, and development partners to collaborate and support the HPV vaccine in order to give young girls a brighter future.
We're staying on health-related matters because the Health Facilities Regulatory Agency, HEFRA, has shut down 17 unlicensed health facilities operating in the Greater Accra region for various infractions. The exercise being undertaken within the region, according to the CEO of HEFRA, Dr. Winfred Ba, will continue in other regions in the country to ensure the system is sanitized.
It is a nationwide campaign to ensure the safety of the general public in accessing quality health care during their vulnerable moment. Starting from the Greater Accra region, 17 health provider facilities have so far been shut down in an exercise which started on Monday, October 6th. These are facilities either operating without licenses or have defaulted in renewing their licenses for years. With assistance from the police, officials from the Health Facilities and Regulatory Authority were able to enforce their mandate. Managers of some of the facilities tried to resist the action as patients seek their services. The manager of the Accra Mall branch of the Life Healthcare Center, which had 3 of its branches closed in the exercise, Harry Glover, is mindful of their actions.
He said you've not done the inspection, which we are in line to do the inspection. We fill the forms, everything's waiting for them to do the inspection. But they said we've paid our retention till date. So they said retention is different from inspection. It's about the renewal of the license. Because we showed them first they said we should show any license we have. We showed it. They now say we should show the renewal. We showed the renewal. They said they've not done inspection. So we are waiting for the inspection. So we are going to the offices to sort out the issues over there.
But CEO of the regulatory body, Dr. Winfred Ba, affirms the authority's commitment to ensure the system is sanitized.
Recently, we've noticed that a lot of facilities are operating either without license or some with expired licenses. And this is against the law. Those who have not renewed their licenses, we gave them what we call administrative fines and gave them within 2 weeks to regularize their operations. Some of them did, they paid their administrative fines and they initially registered, we did licensing for them and they are okay. A few of the facilities have been very recalcitrant.
He further cautioned all unlicensed health facilities to do the needful or risk a shutdown.
Once your facility is not licensed, we are not sure of what is going on there. We don't know whether you have the right personnel, equipment, and the processes to provide care to patients who enter your facility. Once that happens, it means that we have to come and then close it down. The Health Facilities Regulatory Agency is undergoing what we call a reset. We want to position ourselves to do what we have been set up to do.
Established under Part 1 of the Health Institutions and Facilities Act 2011, Act 829, HEFRA is mandated to register, inspect, license, and monitor all health facilities and determine the minimum and basic equipment and personnel required for practice and service delivery to ensure better health outcomes.
Let me now give you a breakdown of the facilities involved as well as their infractions. So first is PHI Health Center. Their last license was in 2019. MKI Center Limited at Mile 7. Their license expired in 2022, and in 3 years they haven't renewed this license. And for FinLab Diagnostic Center K, they have never registered with HEFRA. And for Apex Diagnostic Limited, G3 Lab and Steps Diagnostic Limited, they don't have a license at all from HEFRA. Let's speak to Christabel Nuhoho. She is Head of Public Relations with HEFRA. Christabel, thank you so much for your time. How long will this exercise be sustained, and how far are you willing to go to sanitize the system?
Good evening, Portia, and thanks so much for having me. So HEFRA is willing to go as long as there are facilities in this country that are operating without a license. The mandate of HEFRA is to ensure that every health facility in this country is operating within certain limits or has the basic minimum standards. And the only way we would know that that facility is operating within the standards is by licensing them. So once you are not licensed, you don't know what is going on in that facility. So long as there are facilities that are not licensed, HEFRA is coming. So we are coming after you.
Now,
there is no limit as to how far we are willing to go. We are coming after every facility that is not licensed. There is no limit to it.
Now, Christabel, for those institutions and facilities that have not been licensed at all, can you give us a breakdown? What's the threat to the public?
Please come again.
I'm asking those facilities that have not been licensed at all and those who have their licenses expired, what's the immediate threat to the public?
So what it means is that if it's a facility that is not licensed, we don't know what is going on over there, because the mandate of HEFRA is to ensure that the facilities are operating within standards, using the right equipment, they have the right professionals. So if the facility is not licensed, we can't guarantee that the person actually giving out treatment to somebody is qualified to practice it. We are not sure if the equipment being used are the right equipment, because they are not licensed. We've not inspected them, we've not licensed them. So they are a great threat to the public.
Now, we also have other facilities such as the Doku Adi Memorial Clinic. They don't have a license at all. The Clinic Pharma Limited, just one branch is licensed and the second is not licensed. The U Bethesda Clinic Limited and Lab, 2 branches have been closed. They are not licensed. And then Advanced Diagnostic Center, their license have expired and they have not renewed them. Now, Christabel, my immediate question to you is that what should the public look out for in a health facility to see whether indeed they have been licensed or not?
Thank you. So when you go into any health facility, they are supposed to display their HEFRA license right at the reception. The certificate that they are giving, the license itself, not the sticker, but the license should be displayed at the reception. It should be the first thing anyone should look out for. So you look out for the license and you have to make sure that it is actually signed and that it's valid, because there are some people who still have old licenses displayed at their reception. So you should look out for the date and also ensure that it is there. Don't look out for just the sticker. Look out for the license, the HEFRA license.
Christabel, thank you so much for your time. Christabel Eiram Nuhoho is Head of Public Relations of HEFRA.
Let's go on to some other stories now. Some Okada riders are complaining about harassment and alleged extortion from various security services. Hundreds of these commercial riders who thronged Media General earlier today called on the government to amend the road traffic law to regularize their operations.
From dawn to dusk, Patrick, a graduate, and his colleagues rely on their Okada business for survival. Many young men, especially in the capital cities, now see the business as a means to make ends meet, even though Regulation 128 of LI 2180 prohibit the use of motorcycle and tricycles for commercial transportation. Despite the ease of doing business Okada gives to its patrons, there has been safety concerns about its usage. Even more is the association of the mode of transport to criminal activities and flouting road traffic offences. Some of the riders who besieged TV3 accuse some security services of harassment and alleged extortion.
You'll be working since morning till evening. A police can take just 20 minutes to take all your money away from you. You have wife, you have family to cater for. What's happening? They are rather stealing us, and we want to ask: is the money going to the government or is going to their own pockets?
Right now, they say we should pay 500 cedis before they release our motors. Meanwhile, I've submitted everything to them. And it's with them. One person called me and said they are sending me to court. So that's why I'm here.
The angry riders are calling on government as a matter of urgency to regularize and amend laws to support the Okada business as a measure of reducing unemployment.
We the youth are getting frustrated. We are tired of the police extorting money from us. We are pleading with the government to do something for us. It's not helping us. Do they want us to go and steal? First, it was robbery in the country, here and there. Now the robbery has stopped because of this delivery issue. Now the police are harassing us, extorting money from us. So what do they want us to do?
They are thinking we
are tired.
Enough money.
We are tired.
Drivers across all the lorry stations are doing delivery. Bicycle is doing delivery, but why motor riders alone? Why compel us alone to go in for a license? We don't want to hear the issue of it has been slashed, the money has been slashed down. We are calling for total abrogation of the license because it discriminates against us.
During the recent State of the Nation address, President John Dramani Mahama signaled the government's intention to introduce a structured approach to regulate the sector.
In more news tonight, barely a month after being released on bail by an Accra Circuit Court over charges of publication of false news and offensive conduct due to the breach of peace, NPP Bono Regional Chairman Kwame Bafu, also known as Abronye DC, has been picked up again. Abronye was rearrested on Wednesday, October 8, and charged with publication of false news with intent to create fear and panic and offensive conduct with insulting, and has been granted a bail of 1 million cedis with 2 sureties. He has since met his bail conditions and has been released from the CID police headquarters. This will be the second time the NPP Bono chair is being arrested in a space of 3 weeks.
In more news tonight, President John Dramani Mahama is set to meet with the Chief Justice, the Attorney General, and other key stakeholders on Thursday to discuss what he describes as a final solution to the recurring mismanagement of public funds every year in the Auditor General's report. The President said that the meeting will also focus on fast-tracking the prosecution of individuals implicated in such reports.
For 12 years, the Public Services Commission has seen the need to assemble chief executives, chief directors, and board chairs for what could best be described as a means to equip them with good corporate governance practices and effective leadership skills, themed strengthening public sector leadership and governance to enhance service delivery. In the wake of the 24-hour economy, the presidential advisor on the 24-hour economy, Guzi Tano, posited a 90-day reform that CEOs and board chairs must adhere to in attaining the 24-hour economy.
That we as leaders must be digitally capable. Leaders can no longer treat technology as something that is alien to be delegated to younger recruits. We all need to understand data flows, cybersecurity, interfaces, and dashboards well enough to ask the right questions and make the right trade-offs.
The paramount chief of the Asogli traditional area, Togbi Apede, the 14th, stressed the need for innovation and standards from public servants in a challenging economy that is yet to recover.
Transparency requires continuous communication. Also requires planning as the ultimate communication tool. And most importantly, as leaders, we need to demonstrate honesty in everything that we do. And the biggest challenge we face is our inability to hold onto the path of strictest honesty. That is what has fueled or allowed corruption to fester. That is why I've always described the oral as one of the most important initiatives of government.
The public sector has been riddled with debt and mismanagement of resources recorded in the Auditor General's report. The figure has attracted the rage of the president.
And so I have a meeting on Thursday with the Chief Justice, the Attorney General, and others to find a final solution to this Auditor General's report, that persons who are found guilty of infractions or do not follow due procedure or lead to loss of public resources, we must have a fast-track process to Nsawam. Fast-track, before you see you in Nsawam, 6 months. You know, until we do that, until there's a detent, we're going to come every year and they say total misappropriation and infractions of found out by the Auditor General is about 15 billion cedis. I mean, if we save 15 billion cedis, can you imagine what it could do?
Recruitment into government agencies and its financial clearance has drawn widespread demonstrations in recent time, with some workers agitated over unpaid salaries. The president says the bureaucracies imposed must not be countenanced in the new Ghana he's seeking to reset.
I mean, you can't understand why in the 21st century government does not have a proper database of people that it employs. And so nurses and teachers have to sit for God knows how many months unpaid until some slow bureaucratic process goes from the district to the region, from the region to the headquarters, to Ministry of Finance, to Auditor General. Please, we need an HRMIS as soon as possible.
The Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, is in Brussels to attend the Global Gateway Forum. She is expected to speak on issues concerning Ghana at the EU event, which targets to mobilize 300 billion euros in investments across the world.
The Global Gateway Forum is a flagship event of the European Union. The first edition of the forum in 2023 highlighted the European Union's external investment initiatives. The 2025 edition will bring together heads of states and governments, business leaders, civil society, and key financial actors to discuss the future of strategic partnerships. This year's event is expected to focus on advancing global connectivity in the face of geopolitical and geo-economic challenges. The forum takes place from the 9th to the 10th of October 2025. Global Gateway is the European Union's strategy to boost smart, clean and secure connections in digital, energy and transport sectors and to strengthen health, education and research systems across the world. The forum aims to mobilize up to 300 billion euros in investments. Evelyn Tenkma, TV3 News, Brussels.
In more news this evening, the Upper West Regional Police Command has announced a major breakthrough in its investigation into a series of murder cases recorded in the region since 2021. Two suspects, Sharif Abdullahi, 30, and Mahamudu Lamin, 25, have been arrested in connection with the gruesome murders. Correspondent Ibrahim Wangara has more in this report.
According to the police, the suspects are believed to be behind 50 murder cases recorded in the region between 2021 and 2022, including the recent murder of a watchman, Issa Yahaya, at Wadobile on September 21, 2025. The victims were mostly security men who were attacked while on duty and either strangled to death or suffered head injuries from being hit in the head with blocks. The breakthrough came after weeks of intense intelligence work, and the suspects were arrested on October 3 and October 6, 2025. ACP Francis Yiribare is the Upper West Regional Police Commander who sheds light on the arrest.
After weeks of intense intelligence, we have successfully arrested 2 suspects, Sharif Abdullahi, aged 30 years, and Mahamada Lamin, also aged 25 years, who are believed to be linked to these incidents of murders all over the municipality. The suspects later admitted during interrogation that he has killed 15 people in the Wa municipality since 2021. He further noted that he usually targets watchmen and mentally challenged persons. He confessed that he had killed 3 more mad men and 2 watchmen at Bole in the Savannah region, and a further 1 mad man in Banda and Kwanta, also in the Savannah region.
The Upper West region, the president, acting on the advice of the Judicial Council and in accordance with Article 148 of the 1992 Constitution, has approved the appointment of a private legal practitioner, Musa Ahmed, as the new Judicial Secretary. His appointment takes immediate effect. Mr. Ahmed was duly sworn in today by the Acting Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Paul Bafo-Boni. A statement issued by the Communications Bureau of the Judicial Service in Accra today said Mr. Ahmed becomes the 17th Judicial Secretary since the First Republic. With over 25 years of legal experience, Mr. Ahmed has specialities in maritime law, commercial law, constitutional law, land law, and international law, having provided legal advisory services to diplomatic missions.
You're still watching News 360 on TV3. Stay with us. Business, sports, and entertainment coming right up. Hello there, good evening. Welcome to the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Now, Ghana has signed its latest bilateral debt restructuring agreement, this time with the Kingdom of Spain as part of ongoing efforts to restore debt sustainability and anchor the country's economic recovery. This marks the fifth such deal concluded under the country's official creditor framework.
The agreement was signed in Accra by the Minister for Finance, Dr. Asiedu Dartey Portia, on behalf of the government of Ghana and the Spanish ambassador, His Excellency Angel Lozada Torres Quevedo, representing Spain. The finance minister said the move forms part of government's wider efforts to ensure long-term debt sustainability and economic stability. He noted that Ghana is determined to conclude all remaining restructuring processes before the end of the year to pave the way for renewed investor confidence and growth. Dr. Portia also expressed gratitude to Spain for its cooperation and support throughout the process. On his part, the Spanish ambassador commended Ghana for its steady progress and said the agreement marks the start of a stronger phase in Spain-Ghana economic relations. The signing ceremony was witnessed by Ghana's Minister for Health, Kwabena Mensah Akando, and officials from both countries' finance ministries.
Now, the Public Interest and Accountability Committee, PIAC, is warning that its ability to conduct effective oversight is being severely compromised after a recent legal amendment effectively cut off its direct funding source from the nation's oil money. The committee's funding structure now mirrors the troubled pre-2015 period, jeopardizing its role in ensuring transparency in petroleum revenue management and negatively fulfilling its crucial oversight responsibility on how Ghana's petroleum revenues are managed and utilized.
The Public Interest and Accountability Committee, PIAC, established by the Petroleum Revenue Management Act, originally lacked a dedicated funding source. From 2011 to 2015, its budget was charged to the Ministry of Finance's allocation, a system that proved ineffective and led to reliance on support from external organizations. The situation improved significantly from 2015 when the PRMA was amended under the first term of President Mahama, charging PIAC's budget directly to the annual budget funding amount, ABFA. According to a member of the committee, Richard Elima, this charge ensured stable and adequate financing for the committee's statutory mandate until December 2024.
Even in 2024, we had 100% of our budget being approved. Then in 2025, an amendment was done again. So government took out just 5% of the ABFE to take care of the District Assembly's Common Fund. And the entire 95% is now going into the big push. By passing that law, PIAC's funding was also subsumed in it. So currently we've gone back to the pre-2015 era where we had no source of funding.
The latest amendment to the PRMA has reverted this provision, leading to a significant budget cut. PIAC's approved 2025 budget of 4.6 million cedis is only 21.43% of its needs and 41.07% of its 2024 funding. According to the committee, the return to unstable funding is already negatively impacting its capacity to fulfill its mandate.
We are in October. We should have done more than 4 or 5 district engagements by now. We should have done some regional engagements. We should have met our constituent bodies. We also actually plan to have a zonal training for journalists across the country. All these activities have been put on hold because of lack of funding. For the benefit of Ghanaians, the funding that we get also includes the salaries, allowances, and other emoluments of our staff.
Now, the Cowbell Coffee hashtag with you every moment promotion has finally crowned its ultimate winner after months of excitement, anticipation, and lucky wins across Ghana. Aaron Betayo emerged overall winner, driving home a brand new car, the grand prize presented by Promasidor's Chief Executive Officer in celebration of customer loyalty and participation.
The thrilling finale marked the climax of Cowbell Coffee's With You Every Moment promo, which ran from July 15 to September 15, 2025. The campaign, launched by Cowbell Coffee, Ghana's market leader in the coffee mix category, was designed as a heartfelt thank you to loyal consumers who make Cowbell Coffee part of their daily routine. Over the past 2 months, the promo toured 4 regions, rewarding hundreds of lucky consumers with prizes ranging from smart TVs, smartphones, and laptops to PlayStation 5, cash, airtime, and cowbell coffee hampers. After 4 bi-weekly draws supervised by the National Lottery Authority, the much-anticipated grand draw took place in Accra, where Aaron emerged the ultimate winner of the brand new car.
I saw the promo on TV. I snapped the code and I go through the process, and they said you have to buy 10 pieces to qualify you for a draw. I bought 20, so that's 2 draws, and I did it. It was last week Friday that I got a call that I won a car. I was very excited.
Marketing manager of Promasidor Ghana, Michael Hagan, expressed excitement about the campaign's turnout.
We had a total of just under 1 million entries. What this means is that we had close to 1 million Ghanaians participating in this promo. So to stand here today and see our core target or one of our core consumers win the grand prize, it's something that's extremely elated. I was extremely elated about this.
And that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. We'll bring you updates now from the currency and the commodities market.
Evening and welcome to the sports segment here on News 360 with me, Oreku Hampofo. The Black Stars churned out a 5-star performance against Central African Republic in Morocco to stay on top of Group I with 22 points. The win saw Kamaldeen Sulemana score his maiden goal for the national team, and then Jordan Ayew also scored and provided 2 assists to take his goal involvement tally in the qualifiers to 14. Michael Etieje was pitchside and provided more insight on the victory.
It's been a beautiful day. 5-star performance from the Black Stars, earning them victory over Central African Republic. It's victory that in all certainty will take Black Stars to the World Cup. Before this particular round of matches, the Black Stars had a positive goal difference of +6. They're taking that into double numbers. No way Madagascar catches the Black Stars. The goals scored by Mohamed Salisu in the first half, provided from a cross by Mohamed H. And then in the second half, after Madagascar had come into the game a bit, in the second part of the second half, Ghana stepped on the accelerator and took absolute control of the game, driven forward by the creativity and leadership of the captain of the side, Jordan. So Jordan was the one who set up Thomas Partey for one of the goals. Jordan set up people to head in another one. Then Jordan himself scored one before.
And so 5-0 ended in favour of the Black Stars. Jordan Ayew, he's been Ghana's go-to attacker with 7 goals and 7 assists so far in the World Cup qualifiers. At 34 years, the Leicester City forward says that he feels the need to take more responsibility.
So we knew that this was our only chance to redeem ourselves, and I feel like it wasn't only me. I feel like everyone was committed to the cause, and everyone was ready for the challenge. And obviously, you know, I've come a long way with the national team, you know, so it's part of me. The national team is part of me, and you know, I really take it to heart, obviously. And you know, I'm at a stage where like I needed to step up and to take more responsibilities, and you know, I was aware of that, you know, but obviously. With hard work and determination, and obviously the encouragement from my family, my parents, my dad, my mom, my brother.
So that was captain of the Black Stars, Jordan Ayew, speaking to 3 Sports after the 5-0 victory over Central African Republic in the World Cup qualifiers. Now let's go to a former captain, Asamoah Gyan, who has lauded the senior national team for the emphatic victory, but has also reminded the team that job is not yet done, and so they should keep the concentration ahead of the final qualifier against Comoros on Sunday.
It's in a long time. You know, the boys have done well for themselves. You know, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to the Black Stars. Thank you to Ghanaians for their support. Today we came here to witness a victory match, but not this kind of margin. You know, so the boys have done so well for themselves.
And so you can get some more reactions on our social media at 3 Sports. GH, my name is Oreku Hampofo.
GTP, Lifestyled.
And Napa Foods, Heaven Black Insecticide Spray and Coil.
Powered by 3 Entertainment.
Well, good evening and welcome to the entertainment news segment here on News360. My name is Noella Donko. Now, the premiere of viral social media series Vibes the Movie recorded a massive turnout. Directed by AMVC award-winning filmmaker Big Gun, also known as Nicholas Nate, the movie didn't just bring the vibes, it brought the stars too. Now, filmmaker and chairman of the National Film Authority, Ivan Kwashiga, expressed confidence in the industry's future, saying that with such intentionality in production, Ghana's film sector will receive the attention and support it truly deserves. Fans and film lovers turned out in droves on Saturday night, packing Silverbird cinemas at both Accra Mall and West Hills Mall for the much-anticipated screening of Vibes the Movie. Directed by AMVCA award-winning filmmaker Big Gun, also known as Nicholas Nate, the movie didn't just bring the vibes, it brought the stars too. The red carpet sparkled with familiar faces from Ghana's entertainment scene, all showing up to support what many are calling a game changer in local cinema.
It started as something that we're doing for fun. It has become a cultural movement, and it's exciting to see it come this far. And I believe and know it's going to get bigger. Hopefully we should get crowds like this when you go to Europe, you go to America, we enter into different countries. And at that point, I will know we've actually achieved the aim of what we expect to achieve.
Filmmaker and chairman of the National Film Authority, Ivan Kwashiga, expressed confidence in the industry's future, saying that with such intentionality in production, Ghana's film sector will receive the attention and support it truly deserves.
I think that this is an interesting film. It's a bold film, one that is unusual. And I think that it tells that we have great talent in Ghana, that if the work is put together properly, the story is great, and they did great promotion, and production values are also good, then people will come out to watch the film. And I think that we've started. If we continue like this, the film industry will come back and be strong.
With its origins in social media and a rapidly growing online fan base, Vibes the Movie is proving that digital stories can translate into big screen success. And if the premiere is anything to go by, one thing is clear. Ghana is more than ready for the next wave of homegrown cinematic storytelling.
Next year we are doing the Vibes 2, we are doing the season 3 of the online series, and we are trying to actually shoot in different countries.
A lot of it went into, putting this masterpiece together, and we are super excited about it. This is what we want. We are putting the work together. We are putting hard work together. We're putting an amazing film together. So we want the people to just come in their numbers and alphabets and support us by watching and also have fun.
And that'll be all for the entertainment news segment here on News360. My name is Noella Donko.
And I am Martin Asiedu Dartey.
I'm Portia Gabor. Do join Alfredo Cancer at 10 p.m. for Ghana tonight. Good evening.
Bye for now.